So I just arrived in the beautiful Kenya. Sun's actually just gone in now, but I'm here for the next 3 weeks to kickstart my training for the London Marathon, which is in 99 days from when I'm filming this video. But this is my room here at the High Altitude Training Centre. Just got here this afternoon, flew overnight to Nairobi, and then took a small flight from Nairobi to Eldoret, and then about an hour drive from Eldoret up to Iten, which is the home of the champions. It's the third time I've stayed here in Kenya, and specifically at this camp. So I thought I'd quickly just show you around my room. I'm staying in a twin room at the moment, which is 53 euros per night. So I don't have a roommate at the moment, but I may have a roommate join me at some point. Already had a little bit of a nap because I had an overnight flight, so I didn't sleep too well on the plane, but let me show you around. So this is my bed, pretty standard bed. Got a nice duvet. This is a mosquito net. I've got a wardrobe. I've just literally unpacked all of my stuff here. So I've got my vest tops, my running shorts, plenty of socks, t-shirts, trousers, a couple of jumpers. What else have I brought with me? Classic links. I've got my electrolytes. I've got some freeze roll. I've got some gels, plenty of contact lenses. I've got a watch and my heart rate monitor, 3 caps, a couple of rain jackets, towel, some sun cream, some after sun, and 3 pairs of sunglasses. When it comes to shoes, it's a little bit ridiculous. I hadn't even realised this, but I've brought 8 pairs of trainers with me for 23 days here in Kenya. So yeah, a little bit excessive, but let me talk you through the selection of shoes and why I've brought so many. So for my easy runs, I've got the Adidas SLs, which are probably my favourite shoe at the moment. Super versatile, so I'll use those for a lot of my easy running. I've also got the New Balance 1080 V14s with me, which I will also do easy runs, slightly longer and more recovery focused running when I need a bit more cushioning. I've got the Super Blast, which are my favourite shoe of all time. I've also brought the Nova Blast. This shoe just came out and I haven't actually had a chance to do much running in it as yet, so I'm going to do a bit of running in that for potentially a review in the next few weeks. For my gym and treadmill stuff, you have to wear different shoes in the gym here because otherwise they'd be too dirty. So these are going to be my gym shoes, which are the Puma DV8 Nitro. They've got a nylon plate, pretty stable, so I can do lifts in them, treadmill stuff. And then the carbon options, shoe that I'm probably most fond of at the moment for doing my training in, for sort of intervals, is these, the Adidas Pro 4s. I wore them for the Valencia Marathon, so yeah, I use those for all my key sessions. Also brought the Alpha Flies in case I fancy a little bit of a change, but a very similar sort of shoe to the Pro 4s. And then finally, yeah, I've got a pair of the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5 PB, I believe these are called. And these are the shoes that I'll be wearing for my next race, which is in 4 weeks' time. I'm doing the Barcelona half marathon. So the next few weeks is sort of going to be getting stuck into my marathon training, building up to London, but also preparing for the Barcelona half, which is in 4 weeks' time. So I'm going to do 3 weeks in Kenya, 1 week back in London, and then I race the Barcelona half marathon as a bit of a B-goal race, kind of to see where my fitness is at. But yeah, this is my little room for the next 23 nights. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm planning to document a lot of my training here on YouTube, so let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. But yeah, this first vlog is just going to be settling into the first few days. I'm going for an easy run with a friend of mine, Carmichael, who is also staying here in about 30 minutes, which will be my first run at altitude. I did have a tempo session today in my plan, but when you come to altitude, you really need to be careful that you don't overdo it, because there's less oxygen up here, and even easy running is really difficult up here, so you just got to take it easy. I think it roughly takes me around 5 to 6 days to start to acclimatise to the high altitude. So yeah, going to try and document a little bit of it. Brought 8 pairs of shoes with me, which is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't realise it was that many, but I'll probably leave quite a few of those here for local runners at the end of my camp. So hopefully my suitcase won't be quite as packed on the way home. But yeah, here's to 3 weeks in Kenya. And yeah, the London Marathon training starts now. So it's now 5 o'clock here in Iten. Gonna go for my first run of the camp. Just a nice little easy run while I adjust to the altitude. There's also a few people leaving the camp at the moment, so just gonna say goodbye to them up here. And then I'll start the first run of the 3-week camp.
Hey, how's it feel?
Yeah, good. Good to be back.
Which one is that? Right, come up here.
Oh, yeah. High five! Good job. So I just left Carmichael. He was doing a 8k run. He did 16 this morning already, so big double day for him. But yeah, absolutely beautiful at the moment. I think it's about 17 degrees here at the moment. The sun's just starting to set, so yeah, perfect time for a lovely little run. My current pace is 5:05 per kilometre for my easy run effort, and my heart rate is around 135. So my easy run pace here in Kenya is about 30 to 40 seconds per kilometre slower than it is back home. I expect it to speed up a little bit as I acclimatise, but for the next few days, keep an eye on that heart rate data and not get carried away. So yeah, averaged 5:05 per 8 kilometres so far. There we go, Kenyan colourway already in full swing. So I just finished my first run, 14 kilometres. I did 12k nice and easy, and then 10 by 15 second strides at the end, and yeah, averaged 5:29 per kilometre, so a full minute slower than what I would be running at home. But that just gives you an idea of the altitude, the terrain. Very hilly. Training load 149 on my chorus. Let's have a look at average heart rate, 133, so actually not too high. Kept it nice and sensible, but yeah, the pace reflected in that. So yeah, first run here in Kenya done. I'm gonna do a long run tomorrow, slightly progressive, but yeah, that's it for today. I'm just gonna go and see what's for dinner. No. Good morning. So it's currently 6 o'clock in the morning. Slept like an absolute baby last night. Got 8 hours of sleep in 15 minutes. I've got to meet at the front gate for a long run on Moyben Road. So yeah, today's run is a 26 kilometre progression. So start at easy pace, finish at steady pace. But yeah, it should be my first proper run at altitude. So yeah, just need to get changed. I'm gonna go for some super blast today, I think. Got 15 minutes now to get my contacts in, get dressed and get to the front gate, so better get moving. There you go. Morning guys, how you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah, no,
I think it's just Jeff's car for the 5
Sweet.
of us. So.
Is he up there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's never a problem.
I'm only little, I can squeeze it back. Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah. Me too. I think Paul is squeezing behind you.
Alright, Kit, let's get cozy.
Yeah, come on.
Off to you.
All the way, Kit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. This is how we do it. Kenya style.
Was it stamina? Oh.
In this?
Yeah.
Is anybody a cap?
Oh, it's good. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, let's go.
He's on. Pace.
I've got my vest on.
I thought he's like giraffe over there.
Blue birds, yeah. Thank you. $600 meters to go. Nearly there. Whew. Whew. 3:37. That'll do. So there we go. First long run done. 26k. Started at around 440 per kilometre. And then finished at around 3:40 for a nice little progression there, but yeah, good one. Actually felt pretty good. Usually at altitude I feel like completely wrecked for the first 5 days, but today I felt pretty good. So yeah, it's a good sign that maybe I'm a little bit fitter than I usually am at this point in the year. So exciting stuff. Now to head back and get some breakfast. So it's day 3 in Kenya. Didn't really get up to much more yesterday other than had a nap, as you do when you're over here on a training camp. You get in the habit of getting at least an hour extra in the day, and then I spent the afternoon editing a piece of content for Chorus. So yeah, pretty uneventful, but today I've got a double easy day, and I'm just about to join the guys that I went for the long run yesterday with for the first run of the day, and then I'll talk you through my race calendar in the build up to London. Wow, that looks pretty special. So it's now day 3 here in Kenya. Had a lovely run this morning, again with the same guys that I joined for the long run. We did 12 kilometers, nice and easy. I think we averaged around 5 minutes per kilometer for a heart rate of 130. So yeah, you have to learn when you come over to Kenya, especially the first few days, is you have to really make a conscious effort to slow down on your easy runs, because otherwise they will zap you. And there's quite a lot of elevation over here, so you've got to get used to the different terrain. So we took it nice and easy this morning, and yeah, yesterday's long run was really nice as well. We drove out to Moyben Road, which, if you've never heard of, is one of the famous sort of training places here in Kenya. A lot of the big long run groups will run on Saturdays. Most Kenyans don't run on Sundays because they go to church, so there's a little bit quieter, which was kind of nice. And I finished the week with 140 kilometers. So it is now Monday, which is the first week of proper training here in Kenya. A lot of my training over the next few weeks is going to be like base building for the marathon, but I also have a few races when I get back to sort of test my fitness. So I'll quickly go over my race schedule for the next few weeks. I'm planning to do the Barcelona half marathon, which is on the 16th of Feb. So I flew out to Kenya with 4 weeks to go until the Barcelona half. So the plan is to do 3 weeks at high altitude, go back home, and then a week later I race the Barcelona half. And I'm hoping I can get close to my PB, which is 67:15, which I haven't beaten since September 2022. So that's one that I would like to really try and get close to. I think I'm in around 68, 69 shape at the moment, so you never know what 3 weeks of good training, good diet, and dialing everything in can do. So I'm going to attempt a PB in the sort of start of marathon training, but it's more of just to see where I'm at. There won't be a huge taper, maybe a bit of an easier week. And then 10 days later, or 11 days later, I'm racing 5k the Friday night under the lights in London on the 27th of February. Again, just a bit of a fitness tester, and it will replace a hard session for me in the week. I always like to do a few races in the build-up just to keep me honest, keep me motivated, and I find that if you have a good race, then it's great, it shows you're in good form. If you have a not so great race, it's like, right, it's a bit of a kick up the arse to get training. So I've got those 2 races pretty much straight away when I get home from Kenya, and then I have the Little Bromley 10k, which is a very local one to me, but a race that's super fast in Essex. I ran 30:55 in 2022 at that race, so I know it's a super fast one. So I'm planning to do that, which is 2 weeks out from London, which is on the 27th of April. So between now and London, I've got 3 sort of B-goal races, and then London is the main focus, where yeah, hopefully I can beat my personal best of 2:24. I don't want to put an exact time on it at the moment. Obviously there's still, I think, 13 weeks of training to go, so for me to put a time on what I'm aiming for at this stage is a bit too early, but I would be lying if I didn't have half an eye on 2:20. I'm aware that's a 4 minute and 4.5 minute something improvement on my personal best. So yeah, there's a lot of hard work to do. A lot can change in the next few weeks, but that's why I'm here. Really looking forward to the next few weeks of camp. That's a little bit of an update on my race calendar, my training going into London. I expect my overall volume to go up over the next few weeks, peaking at around 180 kilometers. And yeah, I've got a few races to look forward to as well in the Barcelona half, the Podium 5k and the Little Bromley 10k. So I get to race basically all 3 of my distances before taking on the marathon in April. So yeah, here's to 3 weeks of good training in Kenya. Thanks for following along. There'll be plenty of more videos coming from Kenya, so if you've got any suggestions or things you'd like to see, then leave them in the comments. But until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and I'll see you again soon.